Reiko's guidance, and the path to a new life. After months of wandering through nameless cities, carrying the weight of Naoko's death like a silent shadow, Watanabe unexpectedly found himself face to face with Reiko. Their reunion felt like a much-needed relief, a chance to finally talk openly about the grief that had consumed him. Together, they sat in a small cafe, talking for hours about Naoko, her struggles, and the guilt that had haunted Watanabe since her passing. He poured out everything he had kept inside, the sense of failure, the feeling that he had somehow let her down, and the endless questions about what he might have done differently. Reiko listened, her expression calm and understanding, her presence grounding him as he shared the pain he had been carrying. Finally, after Watanabe had exhausted his words, Reiko gently placed her hand on his. She told him that Naoko's death wasn't his fault, that he had done everything he could for her, and that some pain was beyond anyone's power to heal. Some people, she said softly, are only meant to pass through our lives. We try to hold on to them, but in the end, their journey is theirs alone. We can't save everyone we love. Reiko's words struck Watanabe deeply. She spoke not only with empathy, but with a wisdom forged from her own experiences, her own struggles with loss and loneliness. She shared fragments of her own story, how she had come to terms with her own past. She explained how she had learned to live with sorrow rather than trying to erase it. Acceptance, she told him, isn't about forgetting or moving on without the people we've lost. It's about making peace with what we can't change, letting it become part of us, and finding a way to keep living. For the first time, Watanabe felt a shift within himself, a loosening of the grip that grief had held on him for so long. Naoko's death would always be a part of him, but Reiko's words helped him see that he didn't have to let it control him. He could carry the memory of Naoko without allowing it to consume his life. Their conversation left him feeling both lighter and more grounded, as if he had finally found a way to integrate the past into his present. As he walked away from their meeting, Watanabe realized that while he might never fully escape the sadness, he could begin to let it rest. Reiko had reminded him that life could still offer connection, beauty, and even healing. That night, alone in his room, Watanabe sat with a quiet sense of readiness he hadn't felt in a long time. He found himself reaching for his phone, his fingers hovering over the numbers, and finally dialed Midori's number. The phone rang, and with each ring, he felt his heart beat a little faster. When Midori answered, her voice bright and familiar, he felt a warmth spread through him that he hadn't allowed himself to feel in ages. They talked, hesitantly at first, then with growing ease. Watanabe found himself telling her, in cautious words, about what he had been through, what he had learned, and his desire to reconnect. Though he couldn't erase the past, he was ready to open himself up to the future, to rebuild a life that embraced both the joy and pain he had known. In reconnecting with Midori, Watanabe felt a fragile but genuine hope take root within him. He understood that the past would never fully disappear, and that the memories of Naoko would remain a part of him. Yet, for the first time, he felt capable of carrying those memories without letting them weigh him down. Midori's laughter and warmth reminded him that life held possibilities he hadn't yet explored, and he found himself ready, at last, to reach for them.